Hi everyone, it's Dora here. I know I might be looking a little bit different this week. I gave myself a bit of a quarantine haircut over the weekend. Um, but yeah, it's still me. So we're going to get started in 1 minute. Today, it'd be great if you have two blocks and a strap. If not, that's okay. We'll work with your body, whatever you have. And also, it might be useful to have a thick blanket or a sturdy pillow, something, something like this, which could be nice for the end of class. But again, if you don't have it, that's okay. All right, but you have 1 minute to get what you need before we get started. So while you guys are getting ready, the rest of us we can begin to settle in. As always, we'll start with a grounding exercise. So take the most comfortable position. So if you're new and you're joining us now, my name is Dora, and this is going to be a 60-minute slow vinyasa flow class. I'll give you plenty of options as we go. Take the option that's going to suit you best for today. Know that this is always your practice, so take as many breaks as you need. And yeah, make any modifications, any adjustments that feel right for you. All right. So settling in, you can either choose to have your eyes closed or open. Either way, we want to keep our gaze soft and just start to draw our attention inward. And just begin to settle in. Noticing any sensations in your body. And just feeling your breath. Gently breathe in and out. And without intentionally trying to change your breath in any way, just pay attention to it and notice how your body moves as you breathe in and as you breathe out. And just giving yourself a moment here to do a quick body scan and just checking in with yourself today. And noticing any areas of tension or areas of relaxation or any other feelings or sensations that might arise in different parts of the body. Without judging, just notice and welcome these sensations. And all of these sensations are coming to us as messengers from our body. And just asking us to give them a little attention. And continue with your breath. Breathing in through the nose and breathing out either through the nose or mouth. And as you settle into your breath, you might even gradually work to increase the length of the breath. So taking a little longer to breathe in, and just as long or maybe even a little longer to breathe out. And taking one last deep breath in and out. And gently open your eyes. And whenever you're ready, come to a comfortable seated position. Okay, so take your time. If you were lying down, come up. And if you don't feel good sitting on the floor, if you have yoga blocks with you, it's wonderful to pop them underneath your seat. Or if you have cushions or blankets that you could fold up, you can definitely place something underneath your seat here so that you can be more comfortable. Your legs can begin to relax down and your knees are slightly below your hips. All right. Now, as you sit down, as you ground through the sitting bones, start to lengthen up along the body. Relax into the shoulders. And as you breathe in, we're going to sweep the arms up overhead. You might look up. As you exhale, circle the arms down. Again, inhale, reaching up. And exhale down. One more, inhale, reach up. And exhale down. And you can place your hands onto your legs. We're going to do some mini seated cats and cows. So as you breathe in, you're going to relax the shoulders, draw the heart forward, arch the lower back, and you can choose to look forward or you might look up if that feels good to do. And as you exhale, we're going to pull the belly in, start to round the spine, and gently drop the head forward, seated cat. So just flowing between these two poses here, inhale and exhale, connecting your movement with your breath. Now notice that I usually cue you to do a particular breath, but this doesn't have to be. So if you feel better to do the opposite breath, you might inhale as you come to cat and exhale as you come to cow. So just explore what feels right. Alrighty, whenever you're ready, slowly make your way back to a seated neutral position. We're going to inhale, reach the arms up again. Now, I'm going to mirror you as I'm facing you here. You're going to bring your right hand down or right fingertips down and reach your left arm up towards the sky. You might stay right here, or as you exhale, you're going to start to bend towards the right side here, so coming to a side body bend. And coming back to center, inhale, we're going to do the opposite side. Reach the right arm up. Exhale, side body bend to the left. One more on each side. Inhale, reach up. Notice if your sitting bones are grounded. Okay, let's not lift up into the sitting bones as you come into the side body bend. Breathing in and exhale. And coming back to center. Now we're going to do a little bit of circling here. So if you're on a block and it's not very stable for you to do this, remove it. We're going to just start to circle the body around. You can make these circles as little or as big as you like. And then we're going to switch directions. And then slowly coming back to center. We're going to move on to hands and knees now. So if you have any problems with the knees, definitely throw a blanket underneath to give you a little bit more cushioning. Otherwise, we're going to start at tabletop position here. So you're going to have your shoulders on top of the wrist, hips on top of the knees. As you inhale, we're going to open the chest, arch the low back, coming to cow pose. You might look forward or you might look up. Now, as you exhale, you're going to pull the belly in, round the spine to come into cat. On your next inhale, we're going to send the hips back as though we're coming to child's pose, but not quite. And then when you're ready, exhale, coming back to cat pose, and inhale, coming back to cow. So we're going to continue here. Exhale to cat. Inhale, send the hips back. Exhale, back to cat. And inhale, cow. Let's do one more round. Exhale, round the spine. Pull the belly in. Inhale, send the hips back. Rounding through the spine, coming back to cat. And exhale, cow pose. And then coming back to a neutral spine. So this is your tabletop position. So know that if at any time downward facing dog feels a little bit too much, you can do everything from your tabletop position. Now from here, we're going to walk the hands maybe about a couple of inches further forward. You're going to shift forward. So shoulders are again stacked over the wrist, but now the knees are slightly behind the hips. So this is your low plank position. Okay, So if you're comfortable here, stay. Otherwise, you might tuck the toes under and lift the knees, coming to a full plank. From here, we're going to pull the belly in, send the hips back, coming to your first downward facing dog. It might take a moment here. You might walk out the legs. Add any movements that might feel right for you. You might gently wiggle the hips. Alrighty. And then when you're ready, start to settle in to your downward dog. Let's take a couple of breaths here. Grounding down through the hands, but feel the energy from the tops of the arms down. And then same, as you ground down into the feet, feel the energy from the tops of the legs, grounding all the way down. All right, when you're ready, look towards your hands. We're going to walk the feet forward, coming to your forward bend. Now, knees can be as bent as you like. You might try to get your belly to rest down on your thighs. Allow the head and neck to relax. Fingertips may reach the ground, but if not, your blocks are going to be your friend. Okay, so see what feels right. Okay, now from here, you can either keep your fingertips down, or I like to use my blocks. If you have them, grab your blocks, place them outside or outside of your feet. We're going to step the right foot back to lunge. Okay. I like to have my front knee either directly on top of the front ankle or slightly behind. When you're ready, we're just going to take a moment to add a bit of movement here. So you might just gently rock back and forth. Or you might stay in your lunge and just draw the hips up and down. Gentle movements here, we're warming up. Okay, and then when you're ready, settle back into your lunge. We're going to step the back foot up. So one way is you might send the weight back, bend into the back knee and spring forward, okay? And step that foot through, relax. And then we're going to step the other leg back. So left leg back this time. Give yourself a moment to settle in. And then when you're ready, start to add some movements. Gently rocking back and forth if that feels good. Or staying in your lunge and just moving the hips up and down. Okay. And then whenever you're ready, again, you might bring the weight back and spring the back foot up. Exhale, lower down. And then from here, we're going to come halfway up. Fingertips might be on the floor. You're going to try to get your back nice and long. Or you might have your hands on your blocks, and you can adjust them as high as you need. If you don't have blocks, hands are either on your shins, or maybe you might come up onto your thighs. And again, knees can be slightly bent or a lot bent here. Exhale, lower back down. Grounding to the feet, we're going to bend the knees. Look forward, sweep the arms forward. Press up with your legs. Hands to your heart. Exhale. Take a breath here. All right. Now when you're ready, inhale, reach the arms up. Circle the arms down as you bend into the knees. We're coming to chair pose. Arms might be out in front of you, or you might have your hands in front of your heart, or hands on your hips. Find the option that works for you. Now from here, we're going to hook the thumbs together, okay? You might stay here, or you might bend a little bit lower still, coming into your lowest squat, and then press the hands away. Press into the legs, press into the hands, come all the way up to stand. Little back bend if you like one. We're going to dive down, circle the arms around, behind your back. Interlace your fingers. If it feels good, straighten the arms out long. Or you might even draw the arms up towards the ceiling. Notice what your head, neck, and shoulders are feeling here. Gently bring the hands back onto the low back. Then you can release the hands down. We're going to bend into the knees. Look forward, sweep the arms forward. Let's come back to chair. Breathe, hug the belly in. Can we relax the shoulders down? And then exhale, fold forward again. Now again, if you have your blocks with you, I suggest you grab them. Place them beside your feet. Step the right foot back. Coming to lunge. Alrighty, when you're ready, we're going to lower the back knee down. Now see if you can give yourself a bit of space in this pose. So this is where the blocks are super handy. You might adjust the heights of the blocks so that you can open the chest and draw the heart forward. Relax the shoulders down. Breathe. You can keep the back toes tucked or untucked. See what feels right. Now as you stay here for a few more breaths, can we imagine grounding down from the tops of the legs into the earth? And then as you do so, at the same time, can we gently squeeze the inner thighs together? So as you are stretching in this pose, we don't want to just completely lay into this pose, okay? Find something or somewhere between flexibility and stability. Okay, when you're ready, we're going to tuck the back toes under. You can remove your blocks for a moment, hands to the ground. Pick that back knee up, we're going to step back, downward facing dog. Okay, again, you can always come back onto hands and knees anytime you wish. We're going to move forward to plank, but we're going to do this slowly. So when you're ready, we're going to move or roll forward to the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Breathe. Again, you can always drop the knees. We're going to move back to dog just as slowly, hugging the belly in. Pick the hips up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. One more time, rolling forward. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. Option to lower the knees. We're going to lower all the way down onto our belly. You can either keep your hands beside the rib cage, or sometimes it might feel better to move the hands slightly forward to have them underneath the shoulders. Coming to baby cobra. We're going to press the tops of the feet down. Hug the belly in. Gently roll the shoulders back and down, and as you inhale, expand into the chest. Peel the chest up. You might look slightly forward, but reach the heart forward. Notice the engagement in the back here. We're not trying to come up as high as we can. Exhale, lower back down. You can place your hands back next to the rib cage. Option to press up onto hands and knees, or you might come back to your full plank and meet back in downward facing dog. Deep breaths here. Now inhale, reach the right leg up, three-legged dog. We're going to draw the knee forward as you shift forward to plank. Draw the knee to your nose, pick up the hips, squeeze the core, and then send the leg back. Again, knee to your chest and then nose to knee. Squeeze and pick everything up. Pick up the hips and back. Last one, knee to chest. Squeeze, knee to nose, squeeze. Now, we're going to see if we can step that foot forward between the hands. If that wasn't accessible, you can always step the foot to the outside of the hand and then wiggle that foot back in. If you have your blocks, grab them. Open the chest, look forward, and if your stance is too wide or too narrow, make your adjustments here. Breathe. Okay, from here we're going to keep the left hand down. Bring your right hand either onto the leg or onto the hip. As you inhale, lengthen along the spine, and exhale, twist your belly button into that front leg. Option to stay right here. Otherwise, you might reach the top arm up to the sky. And you can either stay here, or you might bend the top elbow, bring the hand onto the back of the head, and gently lean your head into your hand coming to a little back bend as you stay in this twist. Point the elbow up to the sky. And then gently coil the body back in, point the top elbow down, and release the hand down. Now from here, we're going to step the back foot up. So you have the option of springing forward like we did before. But for a bit of fun, see if we can control this movement a little bit more. Walk your fingertips or your blocks a little bit in front of the front foot. We're going to start to shift the weight into the front leg. Engage the core. Now see if you can very slowly peel the back foot up off the ground. And you might even hang out here for a moment. Square the hips down. Lengthen along the spine. Press into the back heel. And then gently lower the foot down. Exhale, forward bend. Come halfway up as you inhale. And exhale, lower down. Bend the knees, look forward, sweep the arms forward, use those legs. Press up to stand. Hands to your heart. And breathe. When you're ready, inhale, reach the arms up. Circle the arms down, bend the knees, come to chair pose. Again, different options for your hands or your arms, if you wish to choose them. Okay. Breathe. Ground those legs down. Hug the belly in. And again, we're going to hook the thumbs together. And if you remember, try to hook the other thumb on top this time. Okay. Now, see if you can squat a little lower. Press those arms. Press those hands away. Now press into the legs. Press into the hands. Come all the way up to stand. Little back bend. Swan dive down. Arms behind your back. Interlace your fingers with the other index finger on top. You can lengthen the arms. You might point the arms up to the sky. Knees might be bent here. Alrighty. Lower the hands onto the low back and release the hands down. Bend into the knees, look forward, come back to chair pose. Breathe. Other tension in the shoulders and neck. Exhale, fold. All right, from here, grab your blocks if you have them, and step the left foot back. Open the chest, look forward, give yourself space. And then we're going to lower the back knee down. Again, if you like to bring your blocks a little bit higher up, please do. And you might want to walk the blocks slightly behind the front leg or the front foot if that feels good. Again, hanging out here for a couple of breaths. Grounding into the legs. Squeeze the inner thighs together. And finding that balance between having a nice stretch, but yet having stability and strength in this pose. All right. And then when you're ready, feel free to remove your blocks now. Hands to the ground. We're going to step back to downward facing dog. Again, option to come to a child's pose. Option to work on hands and knees instead. When you're ready, moving forward slowly into plank. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. Just as slowly back, pulling in the belly, lifting the hips. 3, 2, 1. Last time, moving forward. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Either on your knees or on your toes, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, coming to baby cobra. Noticing the engagement in the low back. Now this time, if you wish, press a little bit more into your arms and hands. And gently rise up a little bit higher. But let's not let the arms overpower what the back is doing. And lower back down. Pressing up either onto hands and knees or back into full plank. And then downward facing dog. All right. Inhale, left leg up high. Draw the knee to your chest, hold. Squeeze, pick everything up. Pick up the hips, squeeze the core. And then coming back to three-legged dog. Again, shifting forward to plank. Knee to nose, squeeze, pick up the hips. And send the leg back. One more time, coming forward. Hold, squeeze, pick everything up. Come onto the tippy toe of the back foot. And then maybe you can step that foot through between your hands. From here, feel free to grab your blocks. Settle in. Alrighty. Keeping the right hand down, left hand either on the front leg or on the hip. We're going to reach, lengthen along the spine. Keep this length as you exhale and twist. Option to stay right here. Or you might reach that top arm up to the sky. Option to stay here. Or you might bend the top elbow, place the head into the hand, and you might gently lean into the hand, coming to a little back bend, and you might even sink into the hips a little more, but keep pressing into the back heel. Coil the body back to center, draw the elbow down, and release the hand. Notice your stance here. If it's too long, you can set the back foot up by an inch or two. Move your hands or the blocks forward. Again, you can spring forward, but a little bit more challenge. We're going to shift the weight forward, engage the core, pick the back foot up with control, square the hips, press into the back heel, lengthen along the spine. Belly stays strong. And then gently lower the foot down and exhale, forward bend. Come halfway up as you lengthen the spine. And exhale, lower down. Bend the knees, look forward, sweep the arms forward and press all the way up. Hands to your heart. Take a breath here. All right. Inhale, reach the arms up. Circle them down, chair pose. Notice if you're grounding down into the legs and the feet evenly. And you should be able to see your toes. If not, send the weight more into your heels. Hook the fingers or the thumbs, and you can do the first time, whichever thumb it was. Sink low, press those arms away, send the hips back. And then keep pressing, come all the way up. And circle down. Interlace the fingers behind your back. Maybe lengthening the arms up to the sky. See if you can relax the head and the neck. Bring the hands back onto low back. Release the fingers down. Bend the knees. Chair pose. Breathe. Notice what your breath is doing here. Exhale, fold. Forward bend. Grab the blocks if you have them. Step the right foot back to lunge. Again, give yourself space in this pose. Open the chest, look forward. Lower the back knee down. You might untuck the back toes. Deep breaths here. You might adjust your blocks. Now from here, we're going to come up a little bit higher. So ground the legs, squeeze the inner thighs, hug the belly in. You can use your hands to help you up so that your right hip stacks over the bottom knee. Or you might keep squeezing, reach the arms forward and lift up. Either keep your arms up, or you might bring your hands to your heart or hands onto your hips. You can either stay here or you might begin to lower down slowly again, finding the edge of your stretch. But again, that balance between stability and flexibility. So we don't want to just drop into our hips, okay? Breathe. Now if it feels good, you might keep drawing the chest forward, lift the chest up to the sky. You might look up, coming to a back bend. Then bring hands to heart, look forward. Bring the hands down to the floor. And then from here, I'm going to step the front foot straight back to three-legged dog. Option to place that top leg down and just come to your downward dog. Or you might choose to keep that leg up as you shift forward to plank. You might keep that leg up as you chaturanga down. Inhale, find your back bend, whether it's cobra or upward facing dog. And then let's meet back in downward facing dog. Breathe. All right, inhale, reach the right leg up high. We're going to bend the knee, flex the foot, draw the heel towards the buttocks as you see if you can point the top knee towards the sky. So you can melt the right shoulder blade back down. Square the hips and then reach that leg back up. Option to come into a table for this, okay? But otherwise we're going to come forward, draw the knee to the right tricep and back. Knee to the opposite tricep and back. Knee to nose. Pick everything up and step the foot through. Open the chest, look forward. Feel free to grab your blocks. Breathe. All right. Left hand to the ground or your block. Other hand on your leg or hip. Open the chest. Exhale, twist. Either staying here, or you might reach the top arm up. Or you might bend into the elbow and gently lean your head into your hand. If it feels good here, you might consider rolling onto the pinky toe side of both your feet and then sink into the hips. Breathe. Plant the feet down, draw the top elbow down and release. Now again, adjust your stance if you need. When you're ready, we're going to plant the back heel down. Windmill the arms up. Warrior two. Deep breaths here. We're going to bring the front forearm down onto the front thigh. Back arm sweeps down and over your ear. Open the chest. You might look up to the sky, but feel free to take your gaze straight forward or even down to the ground. Notice what feels best for your neck. And again, if the top arm doesn't feel good up, you can always bring it back down. One more breath here. Ground those legs. And then come on up. Warrior two. Lengthen out the front leg. Reach as far forward as you can with that front hand as you send the back hip to the back of the mat. And then just see where the hand lands. Other hand can stay on the hip, so you can open the chest. And then if it feels good, reach the top arm up to the sky. And again, just taking your gaze where it feels comfortable. If you like, you can always grab a block either to the inside or outside of the leg. Reach the spine nice and long. And then look towards the bottom foot. We're going to bend into the front knee and bring the hands down. You're going to pick the back heel up, pivot the foot, so now both feet are facing forward. Again, you might have your blocks with you. Place them just in front of your front foot. If this is too long, step the back foot up. When you're ready, shift the weight into the front leg Engage the core. Shift, keep shifting the weight forward. See if you can peel the back foot up. Press into the back foot. Square those hips. Breathe here. Lengthen the spine. Now, option to stay here. Option to drop the leg and come to a forward bend. Or you might float the hands up off the floor. Bring the hands to heart. You might even bring them overhead for a full warrior 3. Now, when you're ready, if you have your leg up still, you're going to bend the knee. Draw the knee to your chest. And press all the way up to stand. Hands to your heart and lower the leg down. Breathe. Alrighty. The other side. Inhale, reach up. Circle the arms down. Come back to chair. Deep breaths here. Alrighty. Again, we're going to hook the thumbs. The other thumb on top. Squat low. Press the hands away. Breathe. Press into the legs. Press into the hands. Come up to stand. Little back bend if you like. And dive forward. Hands behind your back. Interlace the fingers with the other index finger. Other finger on top. And you might straighten the arms. You might point them up to the sky. Breathe. Lower the hands down onto the low back. Release the hands. Bend the knees, look forward. Bring those arms back up. Chair pose. Again, you have options here. Maybe hands are on your hips or in front of your heart. Deep breaths. Exhale down. Alrighty, if you like your blocks, let's grab them. Left foot back to lunge. Breathe. Chest is open, looking forward. Lower the back knee. Adjust your blocks as you need. Feel grounded into the legs. Again, finding a balance between stability and flexibility. Option to stay right here. Otherwise, find your best way up. Stacking the left hip on top of the bottom knee. Starting here. Again, you have different options for your hands, for your arms. You might even bring the blocks closer to you and have them with you. All right. When you're ready, if it feels right, gently sink down. Finding the edge of your stretch without losing strength. Maybe coming into a little back bend, so drawing the heart forward and lifting up. Maybe looking up. Breathe. Hands to your heart, look forward. Lift out of your hips. Bring your hands onto the floor. We're going to step the front foot straight back to your 3-legged dog. Deep breaths here. Again, option to keep the top leg up. Option to bring the leg down. We're going to shift forward. When you're ready, chaturanga. Take your back bend. Open the heart. Breathe. And meeting back in downward facing dog. When you're ready, inhale, reaching the left leg up high. Drawing the knee. Oh, I'm missing something. We're going to bend into the knee and open the hip. Again, heel towards the buttocks. You're going to flex into the top foot and point the knee to the sky. See if you can gently lower the left shoulder blade down. And then square the hips. Reach the leg back. We're going to draw the knee to the left tricep and back. Knee to the opposite tricep and back. Knee to nose, hold, kick everything up and step the foot through. Deep breaths here. Option to bring blocks underneath your hands. Open the chest. Look forward. From here, keep the right hand down. Left hand either on the leg or on the hip. Inhale, lengthen along the spine. And exhale, twist. If it feels good, reaching the top arm up. Keep pressing into the back heel. Maybe bending that top elbow, hand onto the back of the head, little back bend. And if it feels good, roll onto the pinky toe side of both your feet and sink low. Plant the feet, point the elbow down, and release the hands. You might need to adjust your stance a little. When you're ready, plant back heel down, and windmill the arms open. Warrior two. Front forearm down onto the front thigh. Back arm maybe on your hip. Open the chest. Relax the shoulders. If you like, you might reach the arm up overhead. Overhead or maybe arm close to your ear. Deep breaths. Keep sending energy into both your legs, into the feet, into the ground. Alrighty. Coming back up. Warrior two. Lengthen the front leg. Reach that front arm as far as you'll go as you send the back hip away. And then see where that bottom hand lands. Top hand might be on your hip. See if you can encourage a little bit more opening of the chest. Bottom hand could be on your block. Okay? Otherwise, the leg is fine too. You might come up higher even. Maybe the top arm will reach up to the sky. Again, see if you can find that opening. Breathe. Then when you're ready, look towards your front foot. Bend into the top knee. Bring the top hand down. If you like to use your blocks, you can definitely grab them. If your stance is pretty wide, bring it a little closer. Again, shifting your weight into the front leg. Engage the core. Peel the back foot up. You can walk the blocks of the fingers a little bit further in front to give you space to lengthen out the spine. So squaring the hips, press into the back heel. Option to stay here. Option to bring the leg down and come to a forward bend. Or you might see if you can float the hands to your heart, coming to a modified Warrior three, or a full version of Warrior three. Keep pressing into the back heel. Lengthen the spine and notice your breath. Bend into the knee, the back knee. Draw the knee up. Hands to your heart. Both feet to the ground. Breathe. You might release the hands down now. And just take a couple of breaths here in your mountain pose. Noticing your breath. Noticing any other sensations in your body. Any movements of energy. And then when you're ready, inhale, reach the arms up. Interlace the fingers, accept the index fingers. And lengthen along the spine, and as you exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale back to center, and exhale out of side. And come back to center. Hands to your heart. All right. Take the feet out a little bit wider than hip width apart. Toes might even be slightly turned out. And we're just going to twist from side to side. And you might pick up the opposite heel as you turn to the other side, or one side to the next. Releasing any energy that needs to be released. And then whenever you're ready, slowing it down. And we're going to come back to the top of your mat here. Now, we're going to soon make our way down onto our backs. But here's where I'm going to recommend you to have one block with you, maybe close to the middle of your, the mat, so it's within reach once you lie down. Or if you don't have a block, but if you have a fold-up blanket or a cushion, like a sturdy cushion or bolster or something like that, have that close by. You may want to use that. And then we're going to find our way down. Now, you have the option to come down any way you like, but if you want to continue to train our balance and our strength, you can bring your hands to your heart and start to squat down. See how low you can get while you're still staying in control of your movement. And then once you find that edge, feel free to bring your hands down and lower yourself the rest of the way. Otherwise, see if you can get a little bit lower and a little bit lower. And then maybe, if you're close enough, gently lower down. Okay, very gently. And release the legs. We're going to come onto our backs. And again, come down the best way for you. But otherwise, we might gently roll down. So you're going to tuck the tailbone under, round the spine. You might reach the arms forward, or you might have them on the ground or on your legs. And see if you can lower down one vertebra at a time. And see if you can do this at the same pace, as fast as you can. And come all the way down. You're going to keep the knees bent, have the feet on the ground. Bring the feet to the edges of your mat. And then we're going to just give yourself a moment here to just gently sway the knees side to side. Okay. And then coming back to center, walk the feet back to roughly hip distance apart. You're going to draw the right knee in towards your chest. Give it a squeeze. Gently rocking side to side. If it feels good, you can lengthen out the left leg. Breathe. And then we're going to switch sides. Draw the left knee in and relax the right leg down. Again, gently squeeze and rock side to side or little circles, whatever feels natural here for you. Breathe. So if this feels good for you, you can stay here. We're going to go back to the first side again. But if you have a block or if you have a rolled up blanket, you might choose to place the block or the rolled up blanket underneath your sacrum. So that little flat triangular piece of the bottom of your spine. Okay, and we're going to come back to the same pose here. It's going to draw the right knee in. Holding onto the leg. You can also hold onto the back of the leg too. So see where you're at with this pose. And then if it feels good, you might gently walk the left leg away. And you might get it to straighten out. And if so, see if you can gently flex into the foot. So pressing into the left heel. Once you're here, if it feels good, stay right here. Otherwise, as you're pressing into the left heel, imagine you're drawing the whole of the left leg down into the earth or towards the earth. So the left leg is engaged, drawing down towards the earth. And very gently and gradually, you might draw the right knee a little closer towards your chest. Now I need you to be mindful of what you're doing here, and we want to be really approaching this slowly and gradually, noticing the sensations that are arising in your body. And now, if you still want a little bit more, we're going to draw the belly towards the spine. So pull the belly down and maybe continue to pull the right knee to your chest. Deep breaths. So if you're quite flexible, you might want to adjust the block to a higher setting. Or, if the opposite is true, you might get rid of the block and use a fold-up blanket, which would be a little bit softer and also a little bit lower in height. I want you to focus on your breath and notice if you're able to relax into the body, especially the areas that are feeling sensation. And taking one last breath here. And begin to release any tension. We're going to draw the left knee back in and switch sides. Okay. Now from here again, you might have the right leg out long. And gently draw the left knee towards you. Doesn't have to be quite, well, nothing should be forceful here, but just come to where you're comfortable. And then you might flex into the right foot, press through into the right heel, and draw the whole right leg down towards the earth. Breathe. Again, option to stay right here. Or you might start to draw the left knee a little bit closer towards your chest as you continue to ground into the right leg. Press into the right heel. Breathe. And then maybe hug the belly in, pull the belly in towards the spine as you continue to ground into the right leg. And pulling or drawing the left knee closer to you. And again, just staying here, noticing the breath. And noticing when you need to change position. So know when you want to deepen or when you want to soften and release from the pose. And one more breath here. And release. Very gently draw the right knee back in. Plant the foot down. Plant both feet down. You can lift the hips and remove any blocks or blankets that you might be lying on. And here you might just very gently wiggle the hips side to side, or you might come into just very gentle bridges and release. Or you might keep the hips down and do very subtle cats and cows movements, so drawing the pelvis or tilting the pelvis towards you and away from you. Or you might pick up the hips and just very gently wiggle the hips side to side. So find a movement that is calling your body to do right now. Listen. And then maybe hugging the knees in and just gently rocking side to side. Maybe circling the knees, going one direction and the other. Okay. Plant the feet down. We're going to hug the right knee in. Place the right ankle on top of the left thigh and gently encourage the right knee away from you. Now, option to stay right here. Otherwise, you might begin to pick the left foot up off the ground and start to draw the legs closer to you. Now, hands could remain on your right leg or the right shin and continue to gently press that right knee away. Or you might thread one of the arms through the legs here and grab hold of the back of the left thigh. Or you might even reach the left shin. Now, wherever you're at, you should have the upper body pretty much relaxed down on the ground. So you're not, rounding up in order to hold on to the leg a particular way. So I want you to be able to relax the upper body as best as you can. And then just see where your legs want to be. And again, finding the edge of the stretch. Nothing painful, nothing forceful. Somewhere where you can relax into the pose and breathe. And noticing any tension in the shoulders or anywhere else in the body. One more breath. And gently release. Okay, other side. Drawing the left knee in and placing the left ankle on top of the right thigh. Again, you might gently draw the left knee away and you might hold right here. Otherwise, you might start to draw the legs closer towards you, maybe resting the hands onto your legs or onto your top leg, or threading that one arm through, grabbing hold of the back of the right thigh, or maybe the top of the right shin. Flex into the left foot and breathe. And again, we're not trying to come to our deepest version of this pose right away. Come to a place where you're comfortable and that you're feeling a subtle sensation. And then begin to focus on your breath. And then slowly deepen into the pose if that is what is needed today. We all want something, or our bodies need something different from moment to moment. And sometimes, it means we want to come into the fullest version of a particular pose. But other times, maybe not. One more breath here. And gently release. Release the legs down again. Any movements here that feel right. Okay. We're going to hug the knees in towards your chest. Gently squeeze. You might even really give your legs a hug and start to round the spine and draw the nose to knees. Tight squeeze. Well done, guys. And relax, coming to your version of Shavasana. So you might like to lie down, or you might want to sit up. So find the most comfortable position where you can relax. If you need to set up in a special way, by all means grab your blankets or pillows, anything else that can make you comfortable. And allow the body to settle in. And adjust your body so that you feel completely supported by the surface you are resting. You can have your eyes gently open or closed. And allow your senses to open. Begin to welcome the sounds around you. Any sensations, like the touch of air on your skin. The sensations of your body where it touches the surface it's resting on. And notice the feeling of letting go into being at ease throughout your entire body and mind. And begin to bring attention to sensations in your jaw, your mouth, eyes, forehead, neck, shoulders, arms, palms of the hands, chest, belly, upper and lower back, pelvis, hips, legs, and feet. Welcome your entire body as a sensation. And notice the front and back of the body, left and right sides, inside and out. Welcome your entire body as a radiant field of sensation. And bring attention to the sensation of your body breathing. Just noting, just feeling. Without going into thinking, notice your body breathing, the sensation and feeling of each inhalation and exhalation as it comes and goes. As your body inhales, note your belly, midsection, and chest expanding, while feeling yourself settling, relaxing, and letting go. As your body exhales, note your chest, midsection, and belly releasing, while feeling yourself settling, relaxing, and letting go. Notice sensations as your body breathes in and out. Sensations of expanding and releasing with each breath. And whenever you're ready, gently bring some movements back into your body, wriggling your fingers and your toes. And then bending into the knees, roll over to your favorite side. Very gently, use your hands to help you up to a comfortable seated position and maybe keeping your eyes closed. Taking a deep breath in through the nose. You might sigh it out. One more breath in, we're going to reach the arms up overhead. And as you exhale, draw your thumbs to your forehead for positive thoughts. Thumbs to your lips for kind words. And thumbs to your heart for inner peace and happiness. And gently open your eyes. Namaste. Thank you guys for joining me this week. Just a couple of things before I let you go. So we had a draw last week for the Singular Wellness Package. The winners will be notified by email later today, so stay tuned and check your junk box just in case. Also, if you're new to my classes, I recommend you check out some of the videos that we have on our Singular Nutrition page. I have short videos, yoga videos there that might be helpful. So some tips and many other informational videos. And there's one in particular that I talk about transitioning between downward dog to lunge. So if you found that difficult today, check out the video for smooth transition on our Singular Nutrition page. And also this class is going to be offered weekly, so every Friday, same time throughout the summer. So I'd love for you to continue to join this class and practice with me. Feel free to share this link to your family or friends. If you have any questions, please, put them in the comments or message me directly. I'd love to hear from you. And yeah, thank you guys. And I will see you same time, same place next week. Thank you.